Yeah, and it made all the news, right? Like a Tesla Chargepocalypse.
Dale. You know what else is actually really funny this week that we saw? So, most of the US, I think, had this freezing weather come around this week, right? Like it was
Yep.
it was really frozen around time. And in Houston, people freak out once it starts. It gets to 30 degrees and people start freaking out. They start canceling school. I think they did cancel school a couple
Yeah.
days
I mean,
this
it
week.
is snow, right? Couple days is snow
Yeah. So,
in
I
some
mean,
areas.
when we say it snowed, it's like you saw white on the floor. That's pretty much it. It's not
A
like
ver,
layers of snow. And most likely it was just ice too. It's
dude, but even 1 inch of snow, it will make like the whole city stop because
oh
we
yeah,
don't
for
have
sure.
we don't have anything. Like literally, there is no salt. There's nothing, and it becomes thin ice, right? Like literally, like the street. So it is very dangerous as well over here in Houston because we are not used to that type of weather.
Yeah, so we get a little goofy around that. But, this time around, it wasn't just us in Houston that were freaking out with the weather. It's a lot across the country. People were freaking out because their Teslas weren't charging for some reason. So, like, apparently, I guess once it gets to a certain temperature, like Teslas aren't able to charge very easily or very well or very efficiently. So, you had all these different charging stations that had just piles and piles of Teslas that couldn't charge. Did you see this?
Yeah, and it made all the news, right? Like a Tesla Chargepocalypse.
Exactly. It's like, oh no. Well, I mean, but Charge Apocalypse, I love it. But like, what are people supposed to do with these Teslas? And I will say, from my experience, this
Bricks,
just
cold
what?
bricks.
Oh,
Cold I
that's a
mean,
heavy desk weight right there. Yeah.
that will be tough, right? Like you are literally going out and suddenly your car is like, or even draining. The battery is draining, right? So, a
Hmm.
bunch of problems with that. Uh, it is tough. I think that the company Tesla, or even all of the electric vehicles, they're gonna have to resolve that issue
Yeah.
because all of these they have like chemicals internally, lithium or whatever is the chemical that they have, and yeah, they when they change in temperature, it's it's tough. I think that that was a miscalculation um, because we saw a lot of cars like that.
Yeah. So I'm just curious. I'm assuming they have to have some type of insulation or something, like like they would know that this is going to be a potential issue. They do cold weather testing, right? So they know people are going to be in 0 degree weather or even negative degree weather. I wonder if they put up any type of warning on the car. Like, were people prepared? Like, did they realize, hey, they're not going to be able to charge, or did their battery just drain? Like in my instance, we weren't at home during the whole freeze. We were at my mother-in-law's, and so we had the car just sitting outside. And I did, over like a day or two,
Hmm.
it's sitting on we lost 50 miles of range. Now, if we didn't have a full enough charge there, we could have also been left stranded also there. So we lost a lot of range, about 50 miles. So that was really interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Usually we lose a little bit of range because we have what's called Sentry mode on, where it's always kind of recording on the cameras, so you can
Hmm.
see when someone goofy goes and tries to scratch a car. Or there's which people do that a lot, or people
Really?
just slam their doors open into your car.
But they
You
don't
can
do it on
maybe.
purpose. It's just that the Texans have a
Mm,
big ass truck and you just open the door.
you're
Boom.
right, but there's a whole Reddit sub of Tesla cams that capture people obviously doing stuff on purpose. There's one that I saw recently. It's a dude that jumps up onto the Tesla and runs over it. There's a lot of people that hate Tesla, or like hate what it represents, or maybe hate
Or Elon,
Elon
right? It's just
or Elon.
like,
Yeah, so they're
dude,
like,
I just like their cars, right? Like, how do you see them, or what is the
uh,
whole purpose?
Well, I mean, it really is. So you can see if someone's messing with your car. On the app, it gives you the opportunity to see or to talk like on the speaker. It's like, hey,
Mm.
get the fuck away from my car. Or, or you could,
Hey, GTA 4.
or there's a horn that you can press that's a fart noise. I like that one too. That one's pretty funny. Or a goat. I think there's a goat one that goes,
How high goes the sound? Like
oh, it's loud. Yeah,
it's
it's
loud.
loud. Yeah. So
Okay.
like if let's say I'm going to pick up my mom from her
Mhm.
home, like I'm taking her to lunch or something, I can push it on the car and she'll hear the goat going from outside and know that I'm there.
Do you have also la cucaracha? La cucaracha.
Yes, it does. I got that one too. Oh, but you know what's actually kind of cool is that they added the ability to load custom sounds now. That was just in a recent update. So I haven't done one yet, but I'm trying to figure out what would be a cool sound. Maybe I'll go dale.
Obviously,
Dale,
obviously. But the person might get like a piñata, man. It's like to start dale,
Yeah,
dale.
I know, right? Hopefully not.
They're gonna grab your Tesla like a piñata.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, I bet you a bunch of people that were in this charge apocalypse, they wanted to do that to their Tesla because they were out there stuck in the middle of nowhere. Freezing weather. I mean, what did they do? I mean, they either
I
have to get
mean,
it towed or just
it's
have
like
to hang out
all
on
of
their
the ball,
car.
right? Like, yeah, you
Right?
have to, like, or whenever they came back. But yeah, I would be pissed if that would happen, right? So I'm still debating, right? I'm waiting for my Cybertruck. I'm in I'm in the queue, right? Like maybe in 5 years.
Oh, by the way, like speaking of Cybertruck, so right now, okay, so we haven't really talked too much about it, but let me fill in folks on kind of what's going on with it. So right now they introduced this founders edition, basically, and it's like, hey, you can pay $20,000 extra. And you can get a founders edition truck. And I mentioned like you get basically some extra floor mats and you get a little design logo on your bumper. And that's pretty much
Sure.
it for 20K. But what they're doing is they're going through the queue, right, of people that put in their orders and offering it to them. Hey, do you want your Cybertruck now as a founders edition? And people have the opportunity to say, no, I want to wait for the normal edition so you don't have to pay the 20K. But those that
Mhm.
are willing to pay the extra 20K, they can get their Cybertruck. Right now, I think they're just doing the dual motor. They're not doing the Cyber Beast yet. I think it's this dual motor founders edition. So if you're willing to buy that, so it's 100K. If you're willing to put the 100K for that version of the truck, you're able to purchase it. Right now they're working through their way through the queue. My number's almost coming up. Right now it's like 11285, the first numbers of your reservation number that they're up to, and I'm at 11289. So maybe within the next month or so I'll probably get the opportunity to buy one. I don't know if I want to spend the extra 20K.
Doesn't sound worth it, but maybe the only reason would be if you can get it now, right? Like
Yeah.
your track. So maybe well, because there is even some people that they were like they were selling them on eBay and things like that, right? So well, it would be interesting. Yeah, but it's not worth it. It's only those if it's like
Yeah.
literally some floor mats. Eh.
Yeah, well, I think they give you FSD also. But I think when I
What is
did my
that?
reservation, the full self-driving, which
Mm.
doesn't work yet, right? For I had already reserved it, or when I made my reservation, it was supposed to be for 7K. So it doesn't go up to the full 20K price. Like I don't see the value there, right? Other than you get it early. I think that's really the main value that you get. But I was looking, I'd say, okay, well, if it comes down to it, I don't know. Let me make a comparison. So I found a Lambo to buy. It actually looked pretty nice. It's a little baby Gallardo Lamborghini, a blue
Baby
one.
Gallardo.
And it looked pretty nice. So I don't know. and it's actually close to the same price that Cybertruck would be. So I'm still weighing. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet, especially when it feels like, yeah, man, they overpromised, underdelivered, stuff like that. But the Cybertrucks are looking pretty cool, so I will give them that. I've seen a lot of people posting their videos of their wrapping. You know, you've seen the matte black. I've seen some metallic red. These are looking pretty cool. So I don't know. It could be more fun to have the truck than the
Or
little
get both.
sports car. Or get both. Yeah, well, I'd have
One
to
for
wait for
one
that
for the
little Bitcoin to pop a little bit more. Yeah, so well, that's all we've got for Billionaire Watch today, and actually that's all we've got for today. So if you liked our content today, just remember to like, subscribe, comment. Again, we love the interaction. We love bringing our watchers into the show as well. So we've got a lot to
and we
talk
love
about
all
again
of
next time.
Eric's haters too.
The Eric, which Eric? This Eric or that Eric? Yeah, that's true. So whether you love us or hate us, please comment and we'll get back to you. We'll mention y'all next time. All right. We'll see y'all again in a week. Dale.
All right. Dale. Bye.